Hello everyone, my name is Saili and my research topic is implementation of regression models for predicting points per game. Sports is a multinational industry into which enthusiastic fans and smart companies pour billions of dollars. Considering that the sport is so common and widespread, predicting the PPG of football players poses an interesting challenge. In this research, we'll know what is points per game prediction, what's its basic background, why it is necessary to predict the points per game of football players. In 2020, Chris Young has proposed the need to predict the points per game of football players. Daniel and other researchers have stated that with the help of machine learning, we can predict it in a better way. So in order to make better game time decisions, it is very important to predict the points per game football players. So research question is, what are the parameters needed to be taken into consideration while using different machine learning models such as XGBoost, random forest regressor, linear regression, and elastic net to predict the player's point per game? The main aim of my project is to construct a model that predicts the points per game of players as well as to find out the best overall player, preferred food, best club, relation between player potential and overall ratings, etc. So for my research, I have applied CRISP-PM methodology. I have tried to illustrate my applied methodology in this diagram. We can see the main aspects of CRISP-PM methodology like business understanding, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and deployment here. So this is nothing but the process flow of my project. I have loaded the data. Then I have done exploratory data analysis on it. Then after data preprocessing, I have applied all these 4 machine learning models to my data set to obtain the desired results. Now let's go ahead and see about the experimental work. So here, for exploratory data analysis and data understanding, I have imported all the necessary libraries. Then I have loaded my football data. Here we can see that. Then by using info function, I came to know that there are some null values and there are some unwanted fields which we need to remove. Hence I removed them, and then I have installed the package manager pip of version 3. And after that, I have plotted the pie chart of percentage of nations in top 25 FIFA players. In a similar way, I have done the analysis of preferred foot as well. So through this pie chart, we can say that 76 football players use their right foot. Then, moving forward, I have plotted the bar chart of comparison of potential of top 25 FIFA players. I have plotted the 3D plot of potential, overall, and wage in euros of top 25 FIFA players. Here we can see that. Then, I have plotted the plot of count of international reputation of players, the count of team jersey number in top 100 players, and the pie chart of team positions of players as well. Here we can see that. Moving forward, this scatter plot shows the players' potentials. This is nothing but the word cloud of top 20 football clubs. And this graph shows the overall potential of football players. So here we can see that Messi has the highest potential as compared to other players. Now let's go ahead and see about the data preprocessing. So I have merged the player data with the team data, and then I have dropped the player with total points value less than 0. After that, I have dropped the players having values less than 1 for points per game. Then I have removed the club having less than 23 players as it is not defined. We can explain it with the help of this in more detail. So yes, for data modeling part, I have imported all the required libraries. Then this is nothing but the merging of my data sets. I have dropped the players with 0 points. Then I have dropped the players with points per game less than 1 as we are not interested in the substitute appears which do not produce any points. Then I have created the matching FPL team column for each FIBA clubs. After merging a dataset, I have my final dataset with me, and here we can see the clubs by average player ratings in FIBA. Here I have generated the heat map of average player ratings as well. This heat map indicates the best player ratings. Now let's go ahead and see about the data modeling. So I have applied these 4 algorithms to my dataset. First one is XGBoost regressor, second one is random forest regressor, third is linear regression, and last one is elastic net regressor. So after feature selection, I have 3 datasets with me. I have labeled them as a model 1, model 2, model 3. So I have applied all these 4 models to all these 3 sets, like model 1, model 2, and model 3. So after applying these 4 algorithms, I have my results with me. Here we can see that I have applied XGBoost on model 1. Similarly, remaining 3 algorithms on the model 1. And in a similar way, I have applied all the 4 algorithms on model 2 and model 3. So after applying these 4 algorithms, I have my results with me. And here we can say that after applying the 4 algorithms, we can say that XGBoost performed well on model 3 as it has provided us the minimum error score of 50.49. While doing this research, I have experienced some challenges. Finding an appropriate data was one of the main challenges faced during the project. In order to find public database, I spent a lot of time doing this research that helped me to find the Kaggle database I used for this project. The second challenge was model and parameter choices. The concerned dataset has large number of attributes. Hence, it was a little bit difficult to find the suitable models which would be helpful to predict the points per game of football players. The third challenge was player-centered models. Machine learning has so many models, but when it comes to sports, we have to be very careful and selective as it has very few player-centered models. But thanks to my supervisor and college friends, I discussed my doubts with them and finalized the 4 machine learning techniques for my research. The last challenge was team profiles. Being a new for the sports industry, a lot of time was spent to understand the game and teams profiles. For this, I have studied papers based on it critically. The main basics of my research is I have used the recent data of FIFA and FPL. With this research, we can predict the points per game of players easily. I have avoided the extensive data gathering for this research. I have used simplified and more efficient methodologies for my project, and these methods can be used for future matches as well. Private details such as individuals' personal and social identity is used only for a study purpose. I have used the collected data in an ethical way and followed football team guidelines and policies. Along with these guidelines, new guidance is also be considered. If their department or data analyst personally identifies any user, in this case, they should know that we have used all this information only for study purpose. So we can conclude that we have used modern machine learning algorithms to predict the players' points per game. In addition to the above mentioned question, this research also helps to find out the best overall player, preferred food, best club, and etc. For this research, I have created 3 different feature sets which I have applied on our 4 machine learning models like XGBoost regressor, random forest regressor, linear regression, and elastic net regressor. All the models were evaluated on the basis of minimum error value. After successful implementation of all the models, we achieved minimum error around 50.49 by applying XGBoost regressor. We have found and developed a database which contains an appropriate information and used an interesting attribute of it to predict the points per game of football players. The proposed system will be helpful to predict the points per game of any football club in future. If we have a large data set of information, it will help us to predict it more accurately. And with the same methods in future, we can predict the points per game of team also. In near future, we will be able to predict the outcomes of other sports and their matches or tournaments as well. Finally, the data set which are captured more recently will give you more accurate results, which would increase the accuracy in overall. Thank you.